What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of BBGTV, and I'm your host, AB. Today's guest is one of my favorite rappers from the city.
You.
He runs his own shit, Dollasign ENT. None other than Rod Money.
My nigga, yo, yes, I appreciate you, bro, man. What's poppin', AB?
What's up, brother? What's up with you, brother?
BBGTV and all that, you know what I'm saying? You already know what it is. We in the building. What's going on?
That's a fact, man. I see you got a lot of things going on right now, you know what I mean? How you holding up?
I mean, I'm just trying to stay focused. That kind of shit is big for me right now because, you know, I remember, I mean, as you know, I've been going through a lot right now, but at the same time, like, with everything I got going on, it's more important for me to just try to keep things pushing and everything. I was talking to somebody that said that I kind of got no choice, so it's kind of like I agree with the man.
Right.
You heard?
I feel you. I definitely feel you. Let me just do the sponsorship real quick. This episode is brought to you by Mixed Elements, to mix or not to mix. Each treat is crafted and handmade to perfection, infused with high quality products, infused butters, oils, foods, and more. Bring elements together for experience of a lifetime. Book Mixed Elements for your next party or catering. Contact at MYX'D_ELIMINTZ 413 on Instagram. That is Mixed Elements on Instagram. Place your orders. Mixed Elements, to mix or not to mix. Okay, man, so let's get back in it, you know what I'm saying? I gotta ask you, my man, but you know I know already, you know what I'm saying? Who is Rod Money?
Rod Money, at this point, what I'm gonna tell you, not only do I represent the struggle, but overcoming shit, you know?
Right.
Saying I rap about a lot of shit that not only that I've been through, but a lot of people been through as well.
Right,
so,
right.
As I got older, I realized how more people was relatable to the shit that I was talking about, and I just took it and ran with it. So Rod Money is kind of more of like the person who's gonna do that shit, rather than trying to get with something else that's making everybody else happy.
No, that's a fact. So it's all about self, making yourself happy.
Yes, sir.
I definitely get it. So,
yes, sir.
So how did you come up with the name though?
To be honest with you, Rod Money. I mean, I like the name. Cause that fits me as well as far as way how I see shit. But at the same time, I believe it was a girl that gave me that name because
women be knowing.
Yeah, I was at work somewhere. And we was in the little cubicle shit. Some girl sitting next to me knew my name was Rodney and all that. So she had drew something that had excuse me.
No, you good, bro.
She drew something that had my name in it, but it said Rod Money, but it still said Rodney or whatever.
Right.
And I swear to God, if I really remember who it was, I'll say the name right now, but I don't. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I just took it and ran with it.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, the way how I see shit, it was like one of my strongest motivations, money. So it was just like, that's me, and Rod Money.
It should go together.
It go together. I had to do it, man.
It gotta go together, man.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. So, are you originally from Springfield or?
Nah, you know what? I consider myself a Springfield nigga.
Right.
Excuse me, I got something in my eye and shit.
No, you good, brother.
I consider myself somebody from Springfield.
Right.
But at the same time, I grew up in New York, bro. I was born actually in New York.
What part of New York?
I was born in Long Island, New York.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was a
Shout
town.
out to Long Island, New York.
Yes, sir. You already know what it is. Hempstead, we in here. You already know what it is. Rod Money. I mean, I was born in a town actually called Syosset or something like that. But I guess that's somewhere in the part of Long Island, whatever that hospital was at or whatever. But yeah, man. And we grew up in New York until I was about I say like 5 or 6 or 7 or something.
Okay.
Yup.
And then what y'all moved to Springfield?
We moved back to Springfield because that's where my mom is from, you know.
Oh,
okay. My mom had got married to my dad and then moved to New York, and then she had us and all that, and then they ended up splitting up and all that. You know how that goes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you know, we grew up in Springfield after that. Like my little brother was like 3 or 4. I mean, I think my older brother was like 9 going on. We was living right there on Maynard. We went right back to my grandmother's house where my mom was originally living at. So it's kind of like we was here and there for both until I was about 7.
Okay. So What makes you and your music different from the other artists in the industry and in Springfield?
In the industry and in Springfield?
Yeah, what makes you different? Yeah,
well, first and foremost, the way how I would say it is right now. Right. Not even from how shit was before, but right now. Right. Like I said, I believe it's real important to be original about whatever you're doing, whether if it's music or not.
I say that.
You have to be original because we living in a world of a bunch of carbon copies and shit like that. Like you heard, and my man was just posting some shit actually about niggas doing music around not only here but a lot of areas where there's a lot of trendy music that comes from like not only Chicago or New York. Niggas got niggas in Detroit now and all of this shit, and it's just like. Everybody got their own sound, all of this shit going on, but it's just like they know that's what's not only making money, but it's bringing in them crowds and shit. And that's all business, and that's at the end of the day, it's always gonna be respected. Because if a person is working hard behind all of that shit, regardless, it is what it is. Right. What to each his own, do whatever you gotta do. But me personally, got money. I like I said, as I got older, I started to realize what people were really like relating to, and as far as not only my music, but the shit that we was going through, the niggas that I was coming up around and shit like that. I didn't want to change, so I ain't want to I ain't want to try to have to adjust to what everybody else was liking.
Right. That
you know
makes
what I
sense.
mean? And I just wanted to continue spitting that same shit that I grew up spitting, you know, and.
That consistency, that shit that you're used to. Yeah, that makes sense, man. That makes sense. I'm saying, so, how are you able to keep making music and staying busy at the same time? How's that working out for you?
That shit crazy because, to be real with you, sometimes that shit can seem difficult. Especially for a nigga. I'm 32 now. Okay. So I've been doing this shit since I was like as far as like investing into my music and really, you know, taking it serious. Probably since I was like 18, whatever. I'm like, what, 32 now? Nigga.
It's about like what?
Now that I'm older and it's like, well, like 12 years, 10, 12 years. Now that I'm older, I got kids and all of this shit in the mix. Niggas ain't rich already. Right. So it's like you can't really, it's not even about throwing all your eggs in one basket. Right. It's kind of like, like what you do with your time. Way how you balance shit.
That's a fact.
You know,
definitely take balance, especially you're a father and you trying to stay consistent in the business.
Working, all that shit, bro. So it's like with me, with music, it's kind of like at this point, I felt like I just got no choice. Right. So I stay busy every day.
They go that word again.
I stay busy every day, bro. Facts. I felt like I got no choice because it's just like when it's all over, I'm gonna look back at this point and notice that this was still my best window.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like no matter what I'm going through, what I'm thinking through on a daily, on a daily basis, or whether I'm working or when I'm with my kids or whatever, I always make time for myself to get my music done because I know it's important. Right. Because like I said, when it's all said and done, when I look back at this point in my life, this is still my best window. I can't fuck that up.
That's a fact. You can't.
I be tired, all that shit sometimes.
But you gotta keep going.
I gotta keep going, bro. Like, you gotta keep pushing, bro. I be tired as hell sometimes, bro. I be up late, all that shit. You know what I mean? But, you know, I thank God it's a blessing to still have that kind of ability to not only stay motivated, but to still be able to push through everything that not only is going on, but, like I said, mental health, too, and all of that shit in the mix is... With balance and everything, it's a lot, bro. So to be able to still make time for creating and doing my music, I'm blessed to know that I can still do that right now.
Yeah, I definitely respect it, man, for real, because at the same time, you said something that was real, and it was with the mental health. A lot of brothers don't really acknowledge it, especially in the rap game, you know what I'm saying? They don't acknowledge that PTSD and depression and all that is real, and it definitely kills, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, bro.
So I definitely commend you, brother, for you being able to keep making your music and keep it busy, for you and your kids.
I appreciate that, bro, for real.
I mean, but who was some of your biggest music influences? And would you say that you're like them? The same people you idolize? Or is some of your music, or some of, as they would say, DNA is in the music that they got? Is it in your music?
Yes, I'm not even gonna lie, and I'm not even one to pat my own back and shit like that. But to be honest with you, like I wouldn't even say I idolize these niggas off of trying to be like them or anything like that, but I know we have that same DNA, and it's part of the reasons why I idolize these certain people.
Right.
You feel me?
You see something
yeah, bro. Like even to people that don't even make music, niggas like Kobe Bryant, bro. You feel me? Like his way of thinking and shit like that, and you know what I'm saying? It's critical when people really get down to the bone on certain shit. But anyway, as far as music and the people that I've idolized and shit, to be honest with you, like one of my biggest icons in life is 50, bro.
Shout out to 50 Cent.
Shout out to 50 Cent, bro. You heard? Like I really love that man on everything. Like and not only because he always stuck to his own way of doing things and continuing to be his own person, the way how he not only seen himself, but how everybody always seen him as well. But musically in general, I love that man. Like that man, he gave me one of my favorite albums of all time. Shout out to Get Rich or Die Trying. You already know what it is. That's one of the most hardest original rap music albums of all time. But anyway, moving forward.
So let me ask you another question. So is that one of the reasons why you use a similar cover as him, like the same ideal type situation?
Well, to be honest with you, about that, that's one of the reasons too.
Okay.
Everything I was just saying about 50 is part of the reason why I not only used his cover to kind of do mine the same way, but before I did Get Money Season 3, I always knew that I wanted it to be something that would give you that broken image or something like that, you know? When you see Get Rich or Die Trying, that nigga 50 got shot 9 times and shit like that.
Yeah, he did.
And his album cover even kind of symbolizes bullet holes through a glass and shit like that.
It does.
Mine doesn't look like that as far as like the glass. Mine's is like just a broken image. It's just like if you seen a picture frame like somewhere broken, you know? And only because it's just like...
I don't mean to cut you short. You said that, so his was as far as representing the bullet holes, right?
Yeah.
So what was your representing? Was yours representing a broken man trying to fix himself?
Yeah, with that in the mix too. Like, I was a broken man trying to fix myself. I was going through some of the hardest parts, some of the hardest chapters of my life and shit like that. Like growing up with my mom, like living with my mom and shit. Like once she started seeing how serious I started taking music and shit like that, I swear to God, the funniest thing she used to always say to me, but she was dead serious, like, she like, nigga, like, who the fuck you think you are, the next 50 Cent or something? Yeah. She always said that. Who you think you are, the next 50 Cent? And because she always knew that was my favorite rapper. But I told her, like, it's more than that. Like, but anyway, my mom wasn't around to see my album when I dropped it. Right. But when I took that cover as well, another reason why I used it was because of that. When my mom used to always say that, oh, you think you was the next 50 Cent and all of that. And I used one of his covers real quick too. Right. So that was like, and for a memory too, right? Yup. So I mean, since we already talked about it, you lost your mom a couple years ago, right? Yeah, in August of this year, it's gonna actually be 3 years. Okay. Yep. And how are you? I know it's gonna sound crazy, but how are you holding up after all of that? Because then you lost your brother as well, right? Yeah, I did. Condolences. I did. I appreciate it. Before you even say that, let's take a moment of silence real quick for both of them. I appreciate it, bro. Okay. So. Now, back to the question. So, how are you holding up with all that and everyday life and all the children and you know? To be honest with you, bro, like I'm not even gonna lie to you right now, fam. Like I love my brother, bro. Like I love my mom. Like I'm not even gonna hold you though. The only reason why I hurt so bad is because we was just all that close. Like, that was my family. I lived with them for 30 years. You know, and it's just, what's going on right now, sometimes it's hard to understand. Right. Like I said, I believe in God. You know what I'm saying? And I'll never question God's work, God's plans. Right. You know, but at the same time, like, my fault, bro. Just hold on, bro, real quick, bro. My fault. No, you go ahead and take your time, man. Take your time, bro. Like, to be honest with you, bro, a lot of the shit that I went through,
Right.
it even kind of helped me get my mind together as far as taking certain things serious and shit like that.
Right.
You know, and then I'm just glad that I'm still able to still push through all of that shit. Because,
Right. 100%.
yeah, I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. Like sometimes I wish I didn't have to do anything, bro. You know what I mean? Like I wish I could just chill sometimes.
Right.
I'm saying, like, I swear to God, bro, like I wish I could just chill sometimes. Like I miss my brother, I miss my mom. And I feel like no matter whatever I get in my life, bro, they're not gonna be there for it. And that shit hurt. I'm saying it hurts on 1,000 different levels beyond all of that. And it's just, I'm just glad to be able to still push through all of this shit real quick.
So it leads me to one of my next questions. Was there ever a time you wanted to quit rap, or say you were just done with it? You know what I'm saying? Was it ever a time? Did it ever come to that?
Yeah, it did. I think it actually happened twice. Bullshit. It probably happened once a couple years ago, but it actually happened recently. No bullshit.
So what did you do to try? What did you do what was it that made you rethink the whole idea and go back to rap?
To be honest with you, I just woke up the next morning. I had a bad night and shit. Niggas was out and all that, and I was smacked. Like niggas was drinking all day and that whole night, and then I don't know. Like I think when I was going home or something, I just had enough time with myself to think about like, yo, like I don't want to do nothing, bro.
Right.
I don't want to do nothing, bro. Like, you know, but a lot of the shit that I was thinking to myself too, though, like it goes back to even saying that niggas is at different chapters in life now. Niggas got kids and all of this shit. You know, I've been doing music for 10 and 12 years and all of that, and it's just, I'm not saying nothing is happening.
Right.
But it's just like, there's so much pain involved now that it's just like, I just want to find a secure position in the middle of all of this shit. Because I'm never in a secure position. I'm in a secure position.
Right.
I ain't going to disrespect my position.
No, I totally get it, brother, because at the same time, we all living, like, for the real ones who keep it real. You know what I'm saying? We all living basically the same life, especially after COVID. Everybody trying to get back, and you know what I mean, especially with us taking losses, and you know. So my next question will be, how do you see your sound evolving in the next couple of years?
Well, I want to start making way more money.
Okay.
Off of this music.
Okay.
Like, you feel me? As far as like, not only just about what I'm spitting and music I'm putting out, but you know, like I'm about to start dropping a lot more merchandise, and we trying to start traveling and doing more shows and all of this shit. We're about to make a real push right now, so I'm about to make a real push right now before I can even use the word we.
Right.
I can't even hold you, like, you know what I'm saying? It starts with me. I mean, like, I've had situations where I could say we. Right. I'll be honest with you, sometimes it fell apart because of me. You heard? I mean, but right now I could say I will be making a lot of moves that's gonna be a part of a real push that is just like, no.
So would you say this is one of the realest times in your career right now?
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. That's what's up, man. I know how it could be. Like, niggas feel like you on your last string, and you're like, you know what? This is it. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely it.
Yeah, and with shit like that being said, it's kind of like, yo, bro, the way I see it, like I said, I'm 32 now.
Right.
I'm trying to do a lot of shit beyond music.
That's a fact.
I got 3 kids, all that, like, you know, like I'm in different situations that I never thought I'd be in, you know, and I battle all of that on a daily basis while I do what I'm supposed to do, not only just for my music, but music is a heavy percentage in everything I'm doing. So what I'm trying to say is, bro, after this push,
it should be there.
Yeah, bro, it should be there.
I respect it.
Like I gotta chill real quick. You know what I'm saying? I gotta chill for a little bit so I can, you know.
Right. I want to put shit in perspective.
I want to give everything else the same energy I gave my music.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. So let's get into your mixtapes, right? Let's just say the first Get Money season. Where were you at mentally when you were making that? What 22 tracks. You had 22 tracks.
22 tracks, bro.
22 tracks.
Yeah,
you was
I
going
did.
hard, man.
Yeah.
So where was you at when you mentally and you know what I mean? Where was you at?
Yo, so mentally, what was that, like 2012? I think that was. Cause I dropped that on Christmas of like 2012, and that was
actually it was January 2nd.
Yeah, it was.
2013.
It was.
2013.
Okay. Yup. I had the hard copies right before that and all of that, but the official drop was right there in January, and it was just kind of like, that was like right around the time where everybody just started realizing that I really was serious about rapping. So it's like, I just put mad shit on the tape real quick. But it was mad fun though too, because it was just like, I was trying to say mad shit and I was trying to rap mad shit.
Right.
And it was just like this shit that we didn't even put on there and all of that. But at the same time, you know what?
So you had more tracks other than 22?
Yo, but it was like 35, 40 songs.
You was definitely wigging on them.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy too? The reason why I was like that is because that was like right around the time when I first met W and shit.
Okay.
That was right around the time when I met W. That's GFL Quan and shit right now. That's my man and shit. You already know what it is. Shout out to the boy. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
You already know what it is. But he was recording me and shit too.
Okay.
He was recording me and shit, so it's like.
Oh, so you was okay.
Yeah, like niggas was right over here and we was over here off Middlesex somewhere and shit. We was doing everything right out the crib. He had the stew. I think W was like new in town at the time and all that, bro. So it's just like, you know, I recorded mad tracks over there, bro. I don't know if I recorded any of that shit anywhere else. There was probably like 3 songs that I recorded somewhere else. But all that shit was recorded at W shit. And it was just mad shit that we did that I didn't put on there just because it was just like, I already knew it was like past 20. You know what I mean? It was just like, alright, fuck it, we gonna do 22. And then I'll do Get Money Season 2 one day.
I knew your mindset had to be correct. First of all, for you to do 35 tracks and only use 22, I knew your mind was just like all day rapper mode.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
it was still new to me, bro.
If a nigga said what's good, Ryan, you was probably like, you probably spit a bar at the nigga. You know
Facts,
what I'm saying?
Facts. Absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely.
So you would say, Get Money Season 1 was more grind mode.
It was grind mode.
And figuring out shit.
Figuring out shit. And I'm glad you said that too, because you know what? About figuring out shit around that time. We was taking everybody's beats, bro. We was taking everybody's beats, all these industry niggas. We was rapping our shit, and they didn't even have none of the streaming platforms or nothing, bro. We was putting everything out on Dat Piff and all this shit.
Shout out Dat Piff, because they made a lot of local niggas feel, you know, like superstars.
Yeah, bro, exactly, bro. Like it really did, and that's the same thing that Apple Music and everything is doing now.
That's a fact.
DistroKid,
DistroKid,
TuneCore. Shout out to DistroKid. You know what I'm saying? DistroKid and TuneCore.
That's a fact.
You already know what it is. They got us right.
So let's take it back. Let's go a step further. September 12th.
Okay.
2016.
2016.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You released Get Money Season 2.
Nah. You know what I did?
What'd you do?
I released it on a different platform.
Before?
I think I released it on Dat Piff on July 1st of 2016.
Nah.
Or Audio Mac I did.
Audio Mac, okay.
Okay, my fault. I released it on Audio Mac on July 1st, 2016.
Okay.
And I had the hard copies in these streets and shit.
Okay.
But Dat Piff got it in September, right? It says September?
September 12th.
September
2016.
That's very correct. No bullshit.
So and also we almost got half, because remember the first initial was 35, but he put 22 on Get Money Season 1.
Yeah.
And this time he put 16 tracks. Again, where was your mindset at, and where were you at far as in the music?
Alright, so to be honest with you with that, with Get Money Season 2, it was kind of like, that was like my bridge as far as like coming from this like I was just like a bar spitting ass rapper taking all these industry beats ass nigga real quick.
Okay.
And I wanted to like, you know, like I wanted to narrow myself into a more like want to become a rap artist. You know, like I want to do music. So Get Money Season 2, I was running into niggas like Swang and Catering.
Okay.
Big shout out to the Syndicate, you know what I'm saying? Big shout out to the Syndicate, you already know what it is, you know what I'm saying? They had a happy part of Get Money Season 2 as well. I mean, but at the same time, what I'm trying to say is, I started trying to do more than just like spitting 16 bars and all of that, and not only doing that, I started realizing that with rap music at that time, people were more focused on like shorter projects and shit.
That's a fact.
So I had to cut all that shit that we did in between and narrow it down to the more important shits that we was doing that I can put on Get Money Season 2.
Right.
And make it on like 15 songs or maybe 16, 17. It was 16.
So let me ask you, is any of the songs, cause I know you say you made 35, right? Is any of the songs that you left out on Get Money Season 2, or are these all brand new material?
The songs that's not on with
cause you say you made 35, but only 22 made it. Did any of them get left on, or would you ever? It's two-part question. Did any of them get make placement on Get Money Season 2? And if not, are you willing to make like a lost tape like Nas did?
You know what? That's exactly what I'm about to do. And I feel like you just helped me establish that just now. Because I ain't even gonna hold you in between all of that shit. Nah, bro, I left all of that shit alone. A lot of the shits that I was making, I couldn't use because I felt like it was probably dope, but it wasn't really as promotable, or if that's even a word.
Shit, we're gonna make it one tonight.
Yeah, right. So I don't think that was kind of more of like something I was really trying to do for. It's like, yo, I'm about to push Get Money Season 2 now. I couldn't use some of that shit. So Get Money Season 2 kind of came with more of me meeting Katsky and Swang and shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't taking niggas beats no more. A lot of them 35 songs, a lot of them 35 tracks I was making came from even more beats I was taking from the industry and shit like that I wasn't I didn't want to say I didn't want to use them no more, but it's just kind of like, you know, like I just kept them around. They still around.
So Get Money Season 1 didn't have too many produced buys.
No.
Now Get Money Season 2 had more produced by those, the Catskys and the Swings, the Pitts campaign.
Yeah.
So I can see, like, to me, and listening to you, it sound like you first mixtape, you was trying to get shit together.
Yeah.
Trying to understand this shit.
Yeah.
Second mixtape was I got it understood more, just a little bit, to where I know that if I want to make money off this shit, I gotta have my original beat.
That's a fact, bro.
Okay.
That's a fact. That's a whole fact. I like the way how you said that too, because that's exactly the way how I was seeing it, bro.
Right.
You know, but I was still young though.
Of course.
I was still young.
You young or not, you still was making more moves and better moves than a lot of people on their second album.
That's what's up, bro. I appreciate that. That's what's up. So like, yeah, bro. There was still, I ain't even gonna hold you, there was still like 1, 2, or maybe 3, or maybe even 4 industry beats on there. As far as like trying to keep that Get Money Season structure, how I came the first time, you know, I took all they beats. Get Money Season 2, I took like the whole freestyle. The whole freestyle made mad noise. Shout out to everybody that showed support for that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, what I'm really trying to say is that I had to try to at least keep that same structure before I converted completely, you know, into all original music. So there was like 3, 4, maybe even probably 5. I could be wrong. I know there was like a Ludacris beat in there somewhere where but yeah, we was I was really more focused on original music after that. I ran the Catchy Swing, Dough on the beat. Shout out to Dough on the beat. You already know what it is. Yeah, bro. Yeah, them niggas helped me really kind of get my mind together as far as becoming more serious as a rap artist, bro.
Right.
I ain't want to just spit bars no more and all them little 16s on like little industry instrumentals and shit like that. So, you know, Get Money Season 2 kind of gave me a situation where it was like, I see it different now that I'm older, but I want to at least go back to at the time. I was looking at it like, yo, okay, yeah, this is what we doing now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, this is what we doing now. So, I'm like, we didn't have the streaming shit at that time. But I knew that still by me having original beats and shit, that I can at least know that I got my own music.
And if you wanted to, you could sell this music.
Yeah. Like some of those songs, I'm about to kind of like upload now.
I would.
Yeah, bro. Put a nice artwork with it and all that shit. Like,
I would.
Cause we didn't have all that back then. I was just throwing all that on the tape and shit back then. But
freestyle it, disclaimer, and all that.
Lil Wayne doing shit like that. All that niggas is putting all their old shit up, all that mixtape shit up now.
That's a fact. All right, let's fast forward a year ago. A year ago, maybe not to the T, right? Third intro.
Yeah.
You shot the video.
Yup.
Put it out. Explain. Again, I know I'm probably jumping, but
nah, you good.
Get Money Season 3 is what I'm really.
It's actually one of my favorite songs. I'm not even gonna hold you. That shit just hit me.
And you just helped me out too, because my next one after this was, do you have a favorite song?
You know why it's hard for me to always say I got a favorite song by myself?
Okay.
Because it's kind of like I'm always hard on myself, bro. I'm always hard on myself. I never pat myself on the back. I never tell myself I'm proud of myself. I never do none of that.
So you're your own worst critic, basically.
I'm my own worst critic, bro. Like, everybody got these expectations from Rob Money, but nobody's expectations of Rob Money will be higher than his own, bro.
That's true.
I tell people that. That's
true.
And because it's just like, but I love music so much that I know when something is just like, yo, okay, this is a part of my rotation, or something like that.
Right.
The third intro was like, bro, I felt that. Like, I'm gonna keep it a whole break with you right now, like, on God, bro, like, yo, everything, bro, like, shout out to Prop Parks and all that. Yo, I ain't even gonna hold you. Big shout out to Prop Parks because he helped me record Get Money Season 3. He was there for a lot of my situations when I first just lost my mom and all that. So I recorded the third intro, and I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I cried when I recorded that shit, bro. Cause I was even talking about shit, and it was like my first time getting back in the stool since I even got my mind together and all that. And it was just like a lot of shit I was talking about. It was just like, yo, I realized, like, yo, Rod, you really spitting about the shit that you really lived, bro. Like, you really going through, and you ain't afraid of that. And it wasn't even just about being afraid of it, and I was just like, just hearing it, not only from myself, just hearing that shit, even on the playback and all that. It's just like, it had me fucked up, bro.
Right. Out of body experience.
Yeah, bro. That was one of the very first times I really looked at what I was spitting real quick. I was like, oh shit, bro.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like he said, shout out to Prof Parks.
Prop Parks, bro.
Because around that same time, I kind of was not knowing, ignorant.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, yo, Rod, man, I need you on the song, man. I need you on the song, man. I need this, I need that.
Yeah, I was ready too, bro.
I know, but then when I sat down and I tried to put my own self in the perspective, like, because I lost my dad too, so it was more so like, damn. R.I.P. Pops, but I still didn't mentally, because I wasn't there yet. I didn't know what you were going through. And the reason why, it seemed like it was standoffish a little bit, but in hindsight, it really wasn't standoffish. It was more so like, I got to get me together first. And I didn't know that, but then, I want to say about a month later, you came back, or we met at Prof's studio out in Orchard. And fucking, we crossed paths. I asked for the 16. I didn't know where you were at mentally. A month later, third intro came out. And then I'm like, wait a minute, he gotta be going somewhere with this shit. And then I started seeing what you were doing. I started watching the movements. I started seeing covers, and so I said, damn, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Now that we here mentally at Get Money Season 3, that's one of my favorite fucking albums, dude.
I appreciate that.
Yo, nah, real shit, because
bro. I swear to God, bro. Like, I appreciate that, bro. Like, for real.
Listen, because when I first heard third intro, I was like, damn, he going, you feel me?
Yeah, bro.
He's not going through it. He going in.
Yeah.
And then I actually got a chance to like really sit down and evaluate your mixtape. I said, God damn. You feel me?
I appreciate that.
Yo, fam, that's one of my favorite joints, nigga.
Yeah.
Listen, you helped me, nigga. I don't know how many other niggas you helped. But when it came down to the get down, you helped me. Cause I listened to your last season, Get Money Season 3. and it helped me get through a little bit with my dad.
That's fire, bro. That's
you see
crazy,
what I'm saying?
bro.
Whether you know that or not, I don't know if you
That's
know it
crazy.
or not.
That's deep, bro. And I appreciate that because I had that in me at the time when I was not only just writing or recording and shit, but it's just like I knew I had to take myself serious and just stick to what I felt.
Right.
You know, yo, my fault.
Now you good, fam.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro. I just like I appreciate hearing you say that
100%.
because it's kind of like even when I did all of that, yo, bro, I swear to God, the first thing that was important to me was just being real with myself, bro.
That's a fact.
I had to be real with myself, nigga.
I believe you did that.
I love music because it's just like a lot of songs I grew up on was like, it helped me like, just because I was relatable to a lot of the shit, but
he said he made the music from the time when his mom pissed him off, he slammed the door, put the music on blast,
yeah, bro.
and got through it. I respect it. I know, I was there too, so that's how I know, I respect it.
And now that I know that I'm in a position to do it myself, it would be a disservice to not do it that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, bro, like when I hear my own music, and not even to go back to even having a favorite song about myself, but I try to continue to skip over my shit and just love music and just continue to work and deliver the same way everybody else does.
Wait. What you mean? Skip over you? What you mean? Like, you talking about?
As far as listening to music and
so
trying.
You don't listen to your own shit in your own car?
Sometimes. Like, hold on, my phone. Let me just write this little message real quick, bro. Like,
do your thing, man. Do your thing, man.
Real quick.
That's what I'm listen, man, because I'm still over here trying to process the ideal of him making music, but not actually him listening to his own music. You know what I'm saying? Is it a reason for that? Or you just
Nah, so you know what? You know what it really is? It's kind of like even there's some of my shit that I listen to.
Okay.
There's some of my shit like I listen to the Mud.
Okay.
I listen to the Mud a lot.
No, I had to get it out the mud. Always had to get it out the mud.
The reason why I listen to that shit because
and you was in a hotel too, so I understood that mud.
You heard? Yeah, yo, you heard? Yo, you feel me, bro?
Trust me, man.
Yo, bro, I pulled the hotel move because, like I said, I had to be real with myself.
Okay.
I don't care how videos are supposed to look right now.
Right.
I don't care how everything's supposed to be this and that.
Feel good to you.
Bro, I had to use a whole album to talk about my whole last year or two. So it's only right that I made sure that the videos gave that purpose. I mean, served that purpose as well. Bro, the hotels was a real part of me real quick.
So you wanted the art to imitate life, basically.
Exactly,
I get
bro.
you, brother.
Exactly.
I get you, yo.
So the Mud, I listen to that shit sometimes. I have it on one of my little playlists actually with a bunch of rap music I got. But I listen to the Mud a lot because it's just like it helps me still push, bro. I listen to a lot of music that helps me push, bro. Like, but to keep it a break with you, I do also listen to a lot of music.
That was one of my next questions. I'm saying, like, you reading my notes. I'm like, you gotta relax this a little bit, cause my next question was, where does your inspiration come from? Basically, like, far as like what music did you listen to, or maybe perhaps your mom listened to, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I hear, I when I listen to your shit, I just don't hear like a little 1 2 1 2. I be listening, man.
Yeah.
And
I love that.
I know
bro.
this shit has like pain. Yeah. And I love pain in music.
Okay.
Because that's the shit I can relate to. Yeah. And I can hear it through the artist. You know what I'm saying?
I love that, bro. I respect that, bro. Yeah, man, cause it's just like, yo, to be honest with you, I'm glad that you threw my mom in here as well because I've learned a lot of music from my mom. Tamo, big shout out to my brother Ryan Jones real quick because
shout out to Ryan Jones. Ryan Jones for real.
For real. He used to walk around with a whole I almost started calling this nigga Radio Ryan.
Yo.
Yeah. Yo, because it's just like, yo, he was on it heavy. He had all of mommy's songs. I mean, he had all of my mom's songs and shit. He had all of our mom's songs. all of his songs, all of like he usually had all of my favorite songs and shit.
Oh
like,
yeah, all of it. Like what?
Yeah,
Records?
my brother was a walking jukebox nigga. I swear to God, this nigga walked around. I felt bad because I low key broke one of his.
Oh man.
Yo, I broke one of this thing. Yo, this is when he got the big long Bluetooth the sound bar.
Oh yeah.
Nigga, I don't know what I did to that shit, bro. I think I took it one day with me. And I ain't go nowhere, but I was like in the car or something. I don't know. But when I came back, the shit was broke. Anyway, my brother always had something, and he was always playing like all of like the firest music, all of this music that my mom put us on, all this shit there. And it's just like, yo,
Baker and all that.
Yeah, bro. Yo, bro, I swear to God, you said I need a baker, right?
Yes.
Yo, bro, listen, fam. Before I get back to what I'm saying, let me just side note real quick.
Go ahead, man.
Yo,
man.
keep it a brick with you. Yo, Anita Baker, I was just showing my man Katsky the other night. I was trying to get my man Katsky to make a beat for me over from Anita Baker the other night. And we was both going over a bunch of samples that niggas had already ran through. And
right.
Yo, shout out to that man Katsky and all that.
Yeah, shout out, word.
Them niggas get busy, bro. Like, I was with my man Katsky the other night, and I was telling him about something about Anita Baker's one of her songs that I think Busta Rhymes had already used and all, or somebody, a Jadakiss or something. But yeah, bro, like a lot of that shit that we grew up on, like a lot of samples that we be hearing in rap, and nigga, we grew up on that shit through our moms and shit. Nigga, we only like 30 and like not even no more than 35 and shit. Like, nigga, our moms and dads, if they was around and shit, like was putting us on all that kind of music, bro. Like, you know, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. Like
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire, bro. The Way of the World.
Temptation, all that.
Temptations and all. I listen to all that shit, bro. That's real music, bro.
Yes, it is.
Like, that's...
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
not sure if it's part of the 70s or the 80s, but I know it's more of the 80s and 90s and the 80s and shit, but I love all that shit. It's not just what I listen to now, bro.
Right.
It's a lot of that shit helped me still keep my mind together, and just not only keep my mind together, I created a lot of my own music off of running with melodies. And like once I started talking to people at my age now and at my level of experiences and age now, I was hoping that they would listen to me too, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, now I know that people don't be talking for no reason. They don't tell you shit for no reason.
Right.
A lot of people like to talk all of this shit or whatever, just to, I mean, it's fun to conversate and say all of this shit sometimes, but some people being for real with you because they want you to know, and they don't want you to make the same mistakes that they did and shit like that. And not even just about mistakes, they just want you to do better in general.
That's a fact.
You know?
That's a fact.
When I got older, I started feeling that shit once I started coming around not only younger niggas, but just other, like, I'm always around people, but you know, it's just like, as I got older myself, I realized that I took this whole journey and I tried to do everything I can to make the best decision, but I still made bad ones.
Right.
I mean, I still made bad ones, bro, and it's just like, you know, you can't take none of that shit back, but you can either just continue to just better yourself moving forward, or just make sure whoever you come around, you just let them know to not do the same shit.
No, that's a fact.
100%.
100%. Now, I heard you say journey, right? How has this journey been for you?
It's been crazy, bro. This shit's been crazy, bro. It's like, sometimes I still really try to just look back on the whole thing, but I just can't. One day I'm gonna really look back on the whole thing, nigga.
Right.
But right now,
Right.
if I can just put it all together and just tell you what it was really like, I'll tell you the whole fucking story, bro. But right now, what I'm gonna tell you is just that, yo, bro, one thing is, it's not how I expected it to be.
Respect that.
It's not how I expected it to be, number one. But number two, the best thing and one of the very most important things I learned about life, just keep pushing.
That's a fact.
I love saying that shit. Just
That's
keep
a fact.
pushing, bro.
You ain't got no choice.
Yeah, you got no choice, bro. You really don't. Because you know why? If you don't keep pushing, you just gonna fall, nigga.
Or you drown
And that,
you become...
you just gonna drown, nigga. That's just it, bro. You're one or the other, bro.
That's a fact.
It is what it is.
That's a fact.
There's no changing the one or the other, bro.